All right, so this debate needs to be stopped. Like, it's already over since like 2016 when the Golden State Warriors blew 3-1 lead to LeBron, and y'all still want to meet suck and take around Curry saying that if Curry wins 50 rings, he's better than LeBron. Like, is it really that big of a deal that you guys are always thinking about LeBron, your redhead for free? And it's pretty sad how y'all motherfuckers are like 39, 40, 38, 37. All you do is talk about LeBron, LeBron, LeBron. Think about LeBron. Whenever LeBron wins, you all get pissed off by saying Curry deserves the MVP. He does not deserve, like, y'all just straight up hating on greatness. Like, I have never seen so many retarded fans that I met, that I know, that they claim that they're Curry fans, but most of you are not even real Curry fans. Y'all support Curry because he had one good season, which is 2015 when he was unanimous MVP. That's when the bandwagon fans start coming out of nowhere. They all claim they're real Warriors fan, but they're not really Warriors fan. They're just stick suckers, and you can say whatever you want about Curry. It doesn't bother me. But the fact that y'all try to say Curry's the GOAT, he's the face in the NBA, is like the most ridiculous, retarded take I ever heard. Like, first of all, nobody doesn't fear Steph Curry. Nobody doesn't know that Steph Curry isn't really like that. He's a great player, best shooter, best point guard. But that's about it, though. He does not deserve to be in the top 5 after blowing a 3-1 lead. Didn't win all his finals MVP. And the dude had so many embarrassing moments where he's the only player to blow a 31-point lead with Kevin Durant. And he got locked in many times where he scored career-low 2 points and he couldn't get a field goal. So, again, how is that your goal right there when it took him almost like 6 years for him to be a recognized player? And every time when Steph Curry chokes, lose, y'all want to blame on it's the role player, this and that. But Steph is actually the reason why y'all are not getting it further, because he's washed, he doesn't play defense. He's been bailed out so many times by his team, and people act like Steph Curry took over the NBA like he did every day. But if you look at the Warriors closely, Curry had Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, all those squads to protect him on defense. And we're not talking about just defense and offense. Like, we're talking about overall. Why do y'all hype up on Curry acting like he did something magic? Like, the dude didn't win any championship besides winning lucky rings when teams were injured. LeBron was by himself. And if you look at Curry's competition, it wasn't really that great in my opinion. And I'm not hating on Steph. I got nothing against Steph, but I don't understand all this talk about Steph Curry's the GOAT, this and that, when Steph Curry's the GOAT shooter, but he will never be the best player. And let me tell you something, what though? How are you going to say Steph Curry owns LeBron when LeBron outscored Curry in every category from 15, 16, 17, 18? How are you going to tell me Steph Curry owns LeBron when Curry had a better team and LeBron didn't? You look at the timesheet, LeBron has more points. He led all category first. He was a better player than Curry in terms of every category. If anything, it's the Warriors that owns LeBron in the final series, not Curry. But overall, LeBron does have a winning record against Curry and the whole Warriors franchise team. And you know what's funny is that y'all claim that Steph is better than LeBron in your opinion, and y'all claim that Steph doesn't need Kevin Durant. But the real question is that why did they recruit Kevin Durant in the summer if they blew a 3-1 lead? Everyone knows that when you blow a 3-1 lead, you definitely want to get your revenge back, just like what Kobe did. He blew a 3-1 to the Suns, came back, and won back-to-back championships to redeem himself. And you didn't see Kobe gave up and went to the Suns, right? But Curry, why didn't he run it back with LeBron in 2017 if he thinks he could beat him? Why does he need Kevin Durant to join the Warriors to win back-to-back, though? There is a reason why Curry did that, because he knows he's heartbroken. He's really pissed off and mad that LeBron made him choke like a bitch. And he's the only All-Star that choked a 3-1, which no one's ever choked a 3-1 in the finals. And yeah, only salty-ass Warriors fans will make lame excuse like Draymond suspension, injuries, this and that. Being what's funny, even if Draymond was playing, it will not make a big difference, because Draymond, before he got suspended, he was not guarding LeBron really well. LeBron was averaging 30 on Draymond's head. And if you think about it, Draymond already came back and LeBron dropped back-to-back 30 points on Draymond 6-7. And Draymond had the best career high, which he scored 35 points in Game 7 and took the L. Y'all seem to forget that in 2015, when he had no love in Kyrie, LeBron still won 2 games by himself, averaging 35 and 40. So again, why do y'all keep making so many weak-ass retarded excuses about injuries, no help, refs, suspension, when those are lame-ass excuses? Even if Draymond was playing, the team was healthy, it's not going to make a big difference. Y'all are just embarrassed that you guys blew a 3-1 lead. That's why you don't want to give credit. But let's be real right here. LeBron has more finals MVP, more achievements, more accomplishments, more rewards than Steph Curry. How does Steph Curry own LeBron when you act like Curry won all Finals MVP, which he didn't? He won one Finals MVP, and LeBron has four Finals MVP. And LeBron will never allow Steph Curry, for example, he will never allow a bench player to win Finals MVP over him. But Steph Curry allow a bench player to get Finals MVP over him? Do you know how embarrassing that sounds that you got carried by a bench nobody, and then 1 year later you're the only player to blow a 3-1 lead, and you got caught crying in the locker room like a bitch, begging for Kevin Durant's assistance? Like, I feel for Curry. If I was Curry, and if I want to be a better player than LeBron, if I blew a 3-1 lead, that would be a heartbroken, you know. I also be sad to say if I ever blew a 3-1 lead, I feel Curry, you know, but still, if you want to be a better player than LeBron, prove the world that you are a better player, why didn't you win it back? That's why Curry lost that title between him and LeBron, because he didn't want to run it back. He was mad that he blew the lead, and he was crying, dude. And that's like the most coward pussy move I ever seen for a team that's considered a dynasty one to recruit an all-star just to be LeBron. That's why people hate Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant, if he didn't join the Warriors, possibly we would have saw LeBron winning 2 more rings, and he ruined that because of LeBron, you know. LeBron came back from a 3-1, and Kevin Durant witnessed that. The team that he blew 3-1 to, which is the Warriors, now the Warriors blew 3-1 to LeBron, and we're talking about both Kevin Durant and Curry lost to LeBron in the finals. That's why they team up. It's always something against LeBron, you know, but like I said, stop the bullshit. This debate's already over. If you want to have your opinions, that's fine, but there's a difference between good opinions and bad opinions. If you still think Curry is a better player than LeBron, I don't give a fuck. You're just retarded. You got mental disabled in your mind. You absolutely don't know shit about basketball. It doesn't make sense about Warriors fans. Like, they talk about it's my opinion, but how does it make sense that you put Curry over MJ, but you don't want to talk about LeBron's not close to MJ, but Curry gets a pass? Like, that tells me right there how dumb you are when it comes to basketball fan. But, you know, of course, Warriors fans are going to say something dumb because they're Warriors fan, you know. Real basketball fans will never say that Curry's a better player than LeBron, because you think about it, when is the last time Curry won back-to-back with the original squad with Green Clay? 0. When is the last time he made the finals by himself? 0. When is the last time he made a playoffs, won a playoffs by himself? 0. How many finals MVP does Curry have? 1 out of 4. When is the last time Curry carried a different weak franchise to finals? 0. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can dick around Curry all you want to, but at the end of the day, Curry never owned LeBron. It was a team that beat LeBron. Championship is a team sport. No one wins a championship by himself. But technically on paper, LeBron did almost pull it off. He won 2 games in 2015 by himself. 2018 with a broken wrist. He scored 51 on prime KD, Curry, Draymond, and Klay Thompson over him. That's why he's my GOAT, because he came back 3-1 against a team that broke the Michael Bulls 7-3-9 record. And technically on paper, you can say that Warriors team is actually the new Chicago Bulls Michael Jordan team. But except they're just better at shooting threes. So that's why LeBron's my GOAT. That's why LeBron will go down as the best dominator in NBA history. And if y'all disagree, you guys are just delusional haters, or you're just Jorbum haters, because first of all, Curry has never did nothing magic like that. Curry just got lucky. Teams got injured and the whole West was injured. That's why he won those rings. If it wasn't for Kevin Durant injuries, he'd be having 0 rings. And it's true. 2022, Western Conference, y'all claim that Curry won a championship all by himself in 2022. But why aren't you talking about injuries, though? Memphis didn't have John Moran. Nuggets had no Murray Porter. Lakers missed the playoffs because LeBron AD can't stay healthy. And look what happened when everyone was healthy. Nuggets won a championship 1 year later. Lakers were the first team to eliminate Curry and Golden State in the postseason. 2015, if Kyrie Love didn't get injured, Kyrie Love would have won the first championship meeting with LeBron. It's plain simple. Y'all dick suck, meat suck on Curry so badly that y'all don't want to admit that if it wasn't for injuries on the West and East, Curry would have had 0 rings by now. But y'all are so delusional, y'all don't want to admit that, because if Curry loses, you want to talk about he didn't have KD and Klay, this and that, all this bullshit talk. But if this happens to the opposite, it doesn't really matter. First of all, get your basketball facts right. If not, go see a doctor, because Curry will never be a GOAT. I'm sorry, but he's a great player, respect him, but I just don't fuck with his delusional fanboys that claim that they're real basketball fans, but they have a dumb IQ where they try to compare Curry to Magic, LeBron, Kobe, and all these all-time greats. And I'm going to tell you something what, though. Allowing a bench player to get Finals MVP over you, and 1 year later you blow a 3-1 lead to LeBron, and you cry like a soft bitch to recruit Kevin Durant, that's not GOAT material. Like, I'm sorry, but how can you say you're the GOAT if you didn't win all your 4 Finals MVP and you blow a 3-1 lead. Like, that makes no sense to me. This is why people hate LeBron, because LeBron beats his team many, many times in every category. LeBron forever will own Steph Curry and the Warriors no matter what. You may think I'm lying, but you look at the stats overall, LeBron actually does have an all-time winning record on the Warriors, Steph Curry, and career base. So I don't bullshit, I don't cap. I know my basketball facts. So like I said, you all disagree, then go fuck yourself, because y'all don't know shit about basketball. Because if it wasn't for the media, if it wasn't for injuries and Kevin Durant, Curry would have been nobody but a bum, you know. So like I said, if Curry for some reason wins a lucky championship like a fifth ring, which I know that's not gonna happen, but let's just say for example, he's still not better than LeBron, because y'all want to say he won a championship without KD the third consecutive time, but in reality, he never won a championship without KD. He still needs Kevin Durant no matter what. Like I mentioned before, injuries are the reason why Curry won half those rings. The rest was Kevin Durant. So like I said, he's still not going to be better than LeBron, even if he wins like 1, 2 more, 3 more, doesn't really matter. LeBron already disclosed the case that when Curry blew 3-1 in 2016, didn't want to run it back, recruited Kevin Durant, I just killed the vibe right there. He lost his chance with LeBron forever, and that would never happen. So like I said, LeBron for Steph Curry has been officially over. So stop talking about LeBron versus Curry, because LeBron owns Steph Curry, and he beats Curry in every category. Plain and simple. Championship is a team sport, now one-on-one tennis. Like, how can you say one subject that Curry's better than LeBron, which is rings, but why aren't you talking about the rest, like Finals MVP, Leagues MVP, points records, all-time wins, all-time playoff wins? Like, LeBron got more than everything Curry. And Curry only has one subject, which is 3-1 against LeBron, but that's a team effort, not Curry. LeBron still dominate Curry without a start, and if you switch positions, Curry got swept. So like I said, this is my final video. We all know who's the better player with just LeBron. You could think whatever you want to think, but there's a difference between retarded-ass opinions and good opinion. Y'all Warriors fans don't know shit about basketball, so get a fucking life and stop being a bum. And you know who I'm talking to. Some of y'all are fucking like 39, 38. You got an electrician company, and all you do is think about LeBron, your head rent-free. That just tells me everything that you know he's the GOAT, but you don't want to admit that he's the best player. Because I know who I'm talking to, and y'all just straight up retarded. Have a good night.